Welcome guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Um, you know, Let me see your activity on the live chat. Um, you guys give me like 30 seconds, and I want to get something real quick. 30 seconds, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So how you guys doing? Have trading been for you? So it's been a while I've had this like live, and one of the major reason is that one of the major reason is that price action has been really messy, and I'll be sharing with you how I've been able to survive through those period basically, and we'll look at some live analysis, and then we'll get into business. So let me share my screen. Um, let's start. Okay. All right. So for the past 2 3 weeks, how good has been really consolidating. Let me that word. I just hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, you can. We have a little bit of more of consolidation basically, and I've been focused on BTC basically for a while because payout gas been made and all of that. But I'm going to show you. Let's first let's first go to gold. Okay, so how has my past week been? This is just a clear. Remember, let's go from a 4 hour time frame. Okay, so initially we had this level that price was reacting from, that we said we wanted to use it as our directional PY, like we explained, right? If you check our past YouTube lives, and then price printed over like 2,000 pips from that level, and then we had price come and invalidate that level. Now after price invalidated that level, it was a clear, it was a clear direction that okay, there's high possibility we have more lower liquidity being taken. And if you check the daily time frame, you notice that comment. Now this is the first level I'm looking at price taking this entire low. And you could see that price reacted from the OB that's on the 1 hour OB. At this 1 hour OB, it is valid because we have like a gap here. Because that was the next level that price reacted from, right? But I still don't see price, being sustained from that level, right? I need like higher time frame PY that can eventually, reverse price basically. And all I majorly see right now is this low here, right? And so far for last 2 weeks, I've been trading with little or no directional POI. That's why it has been shitty for me, right? Because after from here I had like good entries now, good buys and all of that. I was like making, but like after I stopped having a directional POI, it was really shitty for me because I was now trading with lower time frame market structure. That was 15 minutes market structure, and the first trade I had was a good one. Was a one to the first trade I had was a good one, which was like 1 to 3.5 hour. I took profit at this particular high, and then I thought this week was starting very well, and after market took out this high, we had a double break, which was like a confirmation of the high possibility this will get taken out. So I'm like, okay, good, let's take a sell. And I'm like, okay, second win for the week, let's go. Almost at CP, and then one candle reverse, and I'm like, what the hell? And this hits my break even because after 2 hours, I always break even. I priced it 2 hours, so this was like a very neat break even. But I leave it there. I left it there so that I'm not like explain on the norms. I was just like change it to like yellow color and all, but like uh, one candle reversal. I'm trying to show you how shitty it has been. Now remember, there was a fundamental that got released there. That was when Trump had to like I guess stop a bomb that was like move to Iran and all of those things. But like throughout last week, we had impromptu news that were released at regular interval. Look at this was the news, and if there was a fundamental that got released, you would see it here at this bottom, which was also a news, an impromptu fundamental that got released as well throughout last week. Even this Saturday, they tried to keep Trump about 50 times or thereabout. They had about 50 shots at the White House, something like that. And at every point that was happening, we had BTC was just misbehaving and all of that. I was on a buy on BTC, and then it just exploded towards the top, towards the up. I also wanted like have a sale. I'm going to show you guys that on BTC, but like we had impromptu news that were just coming, and I feel like that was affecting gold right now. This impromptu news that is happening. And how do you survive this? The best to survive this apply break even. After 2 hour break even, or if you want to catch your profit after 2 hour, go out. Our POIs are still valid. At every point, I still have reversals for my POIs. The only issue I would like to have is the fact that there's always an impromptu news that comes in and messes up the entire structure. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. We had 2 hour and then price reversed, go to a sale. Look at this other level too. This one too printed 2 hour and then price reversed and printed 2 hour as well. Because I know I this one was break even. See, we had multiple rejection. This about three multiple rejection, double rejection. So that the pair is still very valid. But like another impromptu news came and then price took out the entire liquidity. Like bro, last week was really shitty. I just ended last week about just like 3 hour, and you know I wasn't really bothered because I know if the market is good, I'll definitely. I want to see that person. Not like I'm saying that people are not. I have a lot of scalpers that are still probably milking gold, but swing traders, I feel like they'll be having a little issue with gold right now. And the best way to work with this timing and not blow up your account is any little profit you maximize it. 2 hour break even. Or if you want to be doing one to, if I was sticking to 1 to 2 hour, I would have ended last week with 7 hour, but I'm not regretting, right? Because it's still break even basically, right? Because I'm not a 2 hour trader. Like 4 hour, minimum of 3 hour, 2 hour. Nah, I just break even 2 hour. I mean, I don't want to accumulate, you get. But if I've done 2 hour last week, so I'm like this week that is forthcoming, there's a possibility once I see 2 hour, I run and grab my money, you get. And let me see how I'm gonna survive this week if I pack all the entire 2 hour. Let's see if I accept about 4 trades this week and I have 2 hour. That's like 8 hour. That's a good way to end because at every point, every of my PY, you always see rejection. I don't have a PY, I barely have a PY that price does not reject from. Nah, that would not give at least 2 hour from. You get, and this is proven. You can ask, you a lot of my students and now you get at every of my PI you see rejection. But now the question is, are you how to manage rejection from those points? Do you get? So that's that about Google. And what am I saying this week? This week I'm still going to be working with lower time frame market structure because I haven't seen a very good directional period I can move from. In as much as this is a 1 hour direct. I don't like using 1 hour as my directional POI because most times it's always manipulations. Like if I just comes there to like test Aspa, okay now Aspa is like a legit OB type shit, right? But like 4 hour, I like using 4 hour and daily, and so far so good. I'm not seeing like a good 4 hour level that I can trust that price is using currently. Only if price head towards the downside and use this order block that is here. But since it has been mitigated. So I would possibly wait for a if price can give me a formation here, and I have like a directional pair, like a lower time frame directional pair, I can easily just trade from it, right? That would make sense. But right now, I'll just be using my 15 minutes to like trade up 15 minutes market structure. Once I see market structure maybe 1 hour. If I want to market structure, so once I say market structure right now, if market opens now, I'm still with what market is doing right now. Lower time frame is bullish for me. I had my first break, I had my coming. This is my first break and my second break. My price hasn't invalidated that. So if I see mobile opportunity, I'm going to take it. I'm still going to take it, right? Um, yes, bullish on lower time frame. So I'll just hopefully, but like with that news that happened on Saturday, with them trying to, I feel like there's high possibility market opens with a gap towards that, like a crazy dump. I don't know because either a crazy dump or no, I'm not sure it will have a crazy dump because them trying to kill Trump. I feel like that if they want to protect their reserve, they probably buy more gold and all of those things, right? And then might have like a spike towards the upside, right? So let's see how it goes. But I feel like there might be like a um a gap when price opens. But let's see. And let's go to BTC. So I want to start doing general market overlook instead of only gold. Since gold is not like giving. So I'll be giving BTC, and if you have like pairs that you want me to look at for you, you can drop in the chat session. My thumbnail will also be changed as well. Just thought to update you guys about that. So um how did my week go on BTC? It was very clear, not gonna lie. I there was so there's this GoFunded account I bought that allowed me to trade crypto very well. So instead when I go to a GoFunded prop firm, I'll probably drop a link in the chat session or something. So instead of picking MT5, you pick volumetrical. So it gives you access to trade BTC at a very tight spread. I feel like that's what helped me last week. So I'm currently up like 7% on the account. That doesn't mean that 1% is like past phase one. I just got the account like Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Friday. I remember Friday. So by Friday was my first trading day. Saturday was my second trading day. I just know more trading day and 1%, and then I'll probably go to phase two. I just started like I also want to like focus. I want to see if I can just focus on crypto on only that account, and that will be just BTC alone. Right. So how did my trade go? I had like a good one a year. This was not even so around this period where I wanted to like buy price, I wanted to buy BTC. Then I saw a fundamental release that was on Telegram. There's this app. Let me see if I can drop it on the chat box. Let me see if I can. Where's my other phone? I'll drop it on my Telegram channel. So after this video, you can check the description. I'll drop my link of my Telegram channel is in the description. I'll drop the link to that crypto channel. If I don't remember, just make sure like remind me in the chat box. So immediately I saw that, and it was about the fact that Trump and his family sold all of their BTC. I'm like, oh, I'm out. So I went out immediately on this buy. So immediately after that, we had a dump that it got released about 4 o'clock, and I was ready to like break even on this one. So I just sold price. I sold purely on fundamental, and the fact that this was the level I was um initially I marked out a level here. I was on a 4 hour. So maybe price broke below it. I'm like, okay, there might just be like a retest and a dump, and then I made about 4 hour on this particular trade on this particular dump. Right after which price rejected, and I'm like, okay, this is a nice OP. So I sold from here. I sent to my guys to we have a sale that's currently running on this one. So I just need price to get to this low, yeah, for me to get funded. Just this low, basically. So like this was a very clean one. We had inducement and PY. I still expect more dumps on. Like I don't see any reason why gold should BTC should basically like impulsively buy, right? I feel like there's still more dump coming because I see a lot of fundamental. And it's trying like keep there's still a lot of fundamental coming in and all of those things. So like I feel like there might still be like a good dump overnight. So but I'm currently up like 2 R 2.5 Irish, that kind of thing. So if possible we might see this look get taken out if possible. That's provided this level stands, right? And if you check 4 hour, where price rejected from is not really a very good level for me, in as much as there is an OB that lies there, but the OB there has been mitigated by these guys. So the only point where OB is visible on a daily, if you check it, on a one day, you should notice that there is this level here. There's a very large OB here. So we might see rejections from here. So if that price had touched this level, yeah, I would have said okay, buys are like visible. Like there's high possibility to have rejection here. But if you want like for a more precise entry, I might be looking at a 4 hour OB, which is way, way down. So I have that level marked up to take out all my profit. And then I have this level for, okay, in case you want to like look for buy opportunities, I might wait for, double break from this level and then I'll continue buying. So I have this two level mark. So I feel like that's that. Let me see the chat box. Is the chat box open, guys? You guys could say I see anything in the chat box. I want to see if it's open. I'm not sure if it was very. I'm not sure I opened the chat box. My bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, I did. Okay, good, good. All right. So any question? So far so good. I hope that was really detailed. In as much as um it is right, a live analysis, it's still a journaling for me, and I really appreciate you guys always coming through, always joining and all guys. I'm still also journaling my way to the top, and going crazily to the top, right? And we're all gonna get to the top together. That's the mindset, and I hope to make so much bag with you guys, and thank you all for always coming through, for always showing up. Your attendance means a lot to me, trust me. And then one of these days, hopefully, I'll be able to do like a little giveaway on the live, on a Sunday, maybe next week or next couple of week. I'm not promising, but like once I remember, I'll be able to like probably give an account out on the live, and let's see how it goes. And have a blessed week ahead, guys. Make sure you stick to your plan, stay connected, and let's milk next week together, guys. Let's milk next week together. Now I'll probably give the most active guy person, and I'll probably notice one person. I don't know. That'll probably next week or next upper week. Let's see how it goes. And okay, bye, guys.